From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Dennis's Heating and Air Conditioning is Northern California's premier heating and air conditioning contractor. From residential housing, large commercial projects, installation to repair, sheet metal fabrication, and everything in between, we are your go-to heating and air conditioning specialist.
Well, good morning, everyone. Hoping to have a good start to your work week. Some of you may have to go to work today. It looks like, though, many of you may have the day off as well as the 4th of July. So good for you. Get out there and enjoy. Here's the thing. Temperatures won't be quite as hot as they have been. But before we get into all of that, I just want to give you another quick reminder of where you can go. You can go to youtube.com/@weathernorcal. Roku, Amazon Fire Stick is available now if you want to check out the 24-hour channel. It's pretty cool. You can always check on it. It's got a lot of the local conditions out here. The Apple TV app will be coming soon. Search for Weather NorCal for the Roku and Amazon Fire TV, by the way. And both apps have been available since late last week for both the Apple and for Android. Just search for Weather NorCal. I know it's been difficult for some people to find Weather NorCal on the Google Play Store, so go to my Facebook page. Late last week, I did post a link to that so you can get you right to it, so be sure to check out the app as well. And of course, you can get me on Facebook and not to mention Twitter. All right, here I'll look at your weather headlines, and you can see slightly cooler to start off the week with a gradual cooling trend, but closer to normal. In fact, I think some areas could be looking at temperatures dropping below normal by the end of the week, and not to mention this weekend. Still have that heat advisory through Wednesday for Siskiyou and not to mention Modoc County, but you'll notice the rest of us no longer have any heat advisories or excessive heat warnings. But the reason being, of course, these temperatures, even though they're dropping slightly to start off the week, we actually may see just a mini little heat wave for us with temperatures going up a bit and then back down again. We'll see that here in some of these extended outlooks. But take a look at the planner here. Mid-60s for the coast today, right around 100 degrees for Hoopa. Take you out to the valley where temperature is going to be about 105 degrees, give or take. Now for the mountains, about 100 degrees for Weaverville, mid to upper 90s for Mount Shasta City and Wairika. And take you off into the eastern mountains. There's Bernie with a high of 93 for Susanville, and Paradise a little bit warmer with a high of about 95 degrees. Let's take a look at those lake levels, and yeah, they're still dropping just barely, but still 94% of capacity. Lake Oroville about 99% of capacity here. There you can see distance from the crest for Lake Shasta, still about 10 feet. Looking great. I mean, I've been driving by the lake there. A lot of people out there and enjoying it on their boats. There you can see Oroville 2.35 and Trinity Lake. It's just a little bit of a trickle here as we went into the last 24 hours. High pressure is the dominant feature, and that's what's keeping those clouds up to the north. You've got, of course, the area of low pressure over Canada, another one over the Gulf of Alaska. Unfortunately, those really won't have much impact on our weather. Here's a look at Futurecast over the next 24 hours. So today, we do have still some fog along the coast here, but I think that may burn off a bit. The clouds are going to kind of stick around a little bit here for places like Eureka. And as we go into, it looks like your Tuesday morning, you see how the fog is kind of beginning to hug the coast more, especially out your Eureka, and maybe even making its way up towards the Crescent City area as well. That's tomorrow morning. Then we go into tomorrow afternoon. It backs off, especially for the northern Humboldt County and Del Norte County as well. But we'll have to kind of keep an eye out for that. Looks like more in the way of sunshine northward, less in the way of sunshine as you head to the south. And long range, you can see it's picking up on some activity here. I'm expecting that by Wednesday, Thursday, maybe even into Friday, there could be some activity kind of popping up, especially to the north in Siskiyou and maybe even Modoc counties as well. But overall, we're not seeing anything majorly organized pushing through that's going to really give us anything all that intense. So we'll have to kind of be on the lookout for that. But the heat is pushing southward, and there's a reason for that. Take a look at this. You see this right here. You see a little bit of an area of low pressure. This right here is what's pushing that heat back down over the desert southwest. This is the contributing factor to temperatures dropping, especially by the end of the week. Now notice right here, we are going to see another little piece of energy shift down to the south. It's got some cooler air associated with it. That will then eventually shift eastward. Bottom line, that's keeping that heat down to our south. Now we've got to watch this heat because this is showing signs of wanting to work its way back up. And that could mean another heat wave. But for now, no major heat waves, at least in the long range. 6 to 10 days, we're actually in that near normal category, which for the valley is in the mid to upper 90s. And you take a look at the next 8 to 14 days, yeah, it increases a little bit, but we're not getting into the deeper reds, indicating temperatures well above normal for this time of the year. All right, so here's your forecast for today. 106 for Redding, 104 for Chico, 103 in Willows. So still quite hot. We're just not in the 108 to 109, so we're just shaving off a few degrees, quite honestly. It won't be that noticeable. 92 for Alturas, 93 for Susanville, 100 in Weaverville as well as Hoopa. There it is in the coast. Temperatures in the mid-60s for those daytime highs. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast region by region. There's a look at Mount Shasta City, mid to upper 90s today, tomorrow. Now remember I was talking about how temperatures kind of going up in some areas? That'll be the case for Mount Shasta. Then temperatures dropping again, upper 80s by Friday, mid to upper 80s over the weekend. And you can kind of see temperatures actually dropping for Alturas, back up to 92 Wednesday before they drop again. And you can see Susanville, same situation, back up to 95 on Wednesday, dropping going into the weekend. Now for Redding, you see that little slight uptick on Tuesday before temperatures drop, mid to upper 90s for Thursday, Friday, and that continues through the weekend. Temperatures just kind of remaining about 100 degrees for Weaverville before those temperatures start to drop. And in the low to mid 60s to start off the week, and in the upper 50s to low 60s by Thursday, Friday, and through the weekend on the coast.